Mhlanga. We are having a good time, and I hope you are probably chowing while we are having this conversation, right? Just after this chat, we're going to have what caught your eye. If I were you, I would grab a pen and paper for that one. I want to give you a couple of numbers to chill with this afternoon. But for now, let's talk about this. To run a business for even 6 months would drive anyone crazy. For a century, that's actually pretty impressive. And the AP Jones, which is a family-run department store that has been part of the community for nearly a century, will soon be filled with a striking new art installation. Created by local artists, the display will lay screen-printed images, mannequins dressed in paper clothing, and portraits that capture the spirit of life in the valley. The project began last month and forms part of the build-up to the first open studios Hoek and Clovelly, which is taking place from tomorrow to the 5th of October. And joining us to unpack this is Lauren Shantall, who's a visual artist at Open Studios Hoek and Clovelly. Lauren, good afternoon.
Hi, how are you doing?
I'm good. How are you? I'm sorry, my mind was in the morning.
Well, I wish I was chowing now. I think I'm also in the morning.
Same, girl, same. You know what? We could chow this together because you guys are eating it.
Exactly.
Clock it. Let's talk about this. I mean, this is amazing. Our local artists are being given such a platform, such an opportunity. What does this mean for the community? Talk to us about this program.
Okay, thank you. So, first of all, the Deep South is full of incredible artists. And there are already really established, beautiful open studio events in places like Kommetjie and Noordhoek. But for the artists living in Hoek and Clovelly, we are geographically excluded from taking part in those routes because of where we live. But that doesn't mean we don't have something that we feel is valuable and that we want to share with the world. And being in Hoek, one of the ways we thought to do that was to approach AP Jones, which, as you said, is nearly reaching its century. And it's an iconic department store in Hoek. And I think what's even more extraordinary about it is that it is still run by the same family. Wow. So we dealt with Lauren Bing, who is the great-granddaughter of the original AP Jones.
Wow.
So, as she explained to me, her granny was a Jones and married a Bing, so that's why her surname is different. And we came to them with this crazy idea, and we said, you're on the main road, everyone drives past you every day. It's the main route between Kalk Bay and Simonstown. Hundreds of cars pass through there daily, on the weekend even more.
Yeah.
What better way to let people know about the artists in the valley than to transform that front window into a massive art installation? It took one phone call, one meeting with Lauren Bing, and it happened. It was meant to be. Yeah, amazing.
I love it because it shouldn't take anything more than that. I mean, if there's synergy, there's alignment, why can't we just make it happen? For me, when I think about you, because you mentioned the different sections. So there's the artist, you spoke about the old Noordhoek, right? And there's artists from Hoek and Clovelly. Talk to me about the differences. I don't know. For some reason, I just thought of rappers. You know, when rappers rip their hood, be like, yeah, I'm from Tembisa, I'm from Alex. You know, you made it sound like that. So now I'm intrigued. You know, what does the art from the different hooks look like?
Oh, that's so funny. Like the Hookers are right out of Prompton. No. It's like different suburbs, because I'm in Cape Town, the only way I can explain it is like, for example, Delft is geographically removed from Stellenbosch. We're just separated by physical distance, but every artist is different. I've never seen two artists work that are the same unless the one is copying the other. So to talk about our valley and what we're doing is that we're a collective of 19 artists. Some of them share studio space, so there'll be 15 studio sites that will be open on the weekend. It's absolutely free for the public, so Saturday and Sunday from 10 to 4 p.m. daily. You can drive around from studio to studio, you can see all the art, you can come back as many times as you want, or you can simply choose to go to one if that's the one that caught your eye. The easiest way to find the information is to go on our website, which is openstudios.org.za. And on the site, you'll find information about each artist and a whole lot of images of their work. And if you want to share the love, tell your friends and follow us on social media. We're Open Studios Fisher Clovelly. And what we really want to do is to show people that Fisher is changing, that there's a new generation of creative people who are moving into the valley, and we're bringing newness because you know, when you do something for the first time, you are bringing change. And I think that change has a kind of responsibility to it, right? So our intention is to bring renewal, to bring freshness, to bring new life, to bring inspiration. Because without those things, no matter how old you are, you can decline. So what I really want to do is salute AP Jones, salute Lauren Bing, for embracing our vision and saying, yes, let's make this happen. In the window of his store, there is a multi-artist installation. Yeah. Firstly, there's a self-portrait done by every single artist on the route. Then there's this incredible paper costume that looks like something out of Marie Antoinette, with hangings painted by Sue Kaplan and Marlies Keith, and these incredible screen-printed graphics by textile artist Ida Volt. And it is really something to see. And what's even more exciting than looking at the installation is looking at people looking at the installation, because they literally stop in their tracks as they walk past, and they stop and they look. And that was what we wanted to achieve, this moment of wonder in the middle of a main street, and this moment of excitement that happens when culture and commerce connect. So it's up. We invite you to come look at it. Please come share our love and our joy. We've made this weekend for everybody. We want to bring people to the Deep South. We want to make Fisher and Clovelly the place to be this weekend. And we can only do that with everybody else coming to be part of it. So that's really what we're about. Yeah.
Absolutely exciting stuff. Can we take a short break? I want to take a deep dive into how we can empower the community in that way. It is a 2:21 Central African time. We'll be right back right here on The Upside.
Darubini ya Afrika na I am Henry Shakif.
Vita kule imezungumzwa pia DRC, lakini Somalia, Sudani Kusini, kumekuwa kuna vita za hapa na pale. Katika mkutano huu, unadhani hili lingekuwa ni kipaumbele?
Ni kipaumbele kikubwa kama unavyomwona waziri wa sheria wa zamani Yvonne kutoka Namibia alivyozungumza, ni kwamba kwanza inasikitisha watu tunapojikuta kwamba mataifa nje ndio yanashiriki kutupatanisha. Hii inaonyesha hatuaminiani, na pia tumekubali kutumiwa kwa sababu hawa wanatupatanisha wana ajenda zao, wana kitu wananufaika.
Na kama vile wewe ambavyo umezungumza, umekuja hapa kama mwakilishi, na leo ndo mkutano huu na siku 3, na leo ndo siku ya kwanza. Pengine tutegemee nini kupitia mkutano huu?
Kitu kikubwa ambacho nataka kujifunza hapa ni namna gani tutarudi nyumbani na kuweka ukaribu, ile bondi kati yetu sisi na wale wanaotuwakilisha. Kusiwe na ukuta, kusiwe na kutoaminiana, na pia wale wanapopewa madaraka wasijisi wamekuwa wakubwa zaidi, kwa sababu wale ni watumishi.
Darubini ya Afrika kila Jumatatu hadi Ijumaa kuanzia saa 11 kamili hadi saa 12 kamili jioni majira ya Afrika ya Kati.
The Upside. On The Upside, your voice matters.
Welcome back to it. We are in conversation with Lauren Shantall, who is a visual artist at the Open Studios, Hoek, and Clovelly. So let's talk about the preparation. I mean, when you get an opportunity like this as an artist, Lauren, you know, what goes into the prep? You know, I'm pretty sure you have to study what the market wants, what the Jones want, what Lauren wants, what the Chantalls want, you know, and trying to speak to all of those desires while still, you know, peaking to the expectations and putting your best foot forward, because you want people to know you from this work. You know, they're going to see it and make a customer decision within those 3 seconds, you know. So what went into the preps?
Wow, so much love and so much commitment. So I'd say every single one of the 19 artists in our collective has done something, from people who stitched our signs by hand to designing our logo, to creating our map. The husband of one of the artists made our website. You know, we really pulled in. We pulled in and we made it happen. I think what I've learned certainly is the power of friendship and connection, because through this process, artists who didn't even really know each other very well have become close. We've also understood how good we are together and how we just got it done, and that we could never have done it if there was one of us. So the power of the community when you pull together with a shared goal is astonishing, because I don't know, honestly don't know how we pull this all together, but it's spectacular. I'm blown away. And then I wanted to speak to your question about how do you know if you're going to make something that people are going to resonate with?
Yeah.
I don't know the answer to your question. I can only answer it for myself. And that is to say that when I do something that I think is going to please other people, it never ends up pleasing them.
Wow.
And the thing that they resonate the most with, or that attracts them the most, or that they go, oh my gosh, is when I do something that comes from my heart and that comes from a place of integrity. And when I make it without wanting an outcome or without wanting something from somebody else, when I make it because I want to give something, that's the stuff that really people just fall in love with. And I think the reason for that is because it comes in the spirit of generosity, and it comes in the spirit of giving, and it comes in the spirit of, I don't want to take anything from you. It comes in the spirit of, let's be together in this moment. So I can't say that that's going to be commercially successful, but I know that that success for me means something different. I'm happy if someone loves my work. I'm a little bit happy if they buy it, but I get very, very happy when people respond and say, oh, I saw that and it was beautiful. And those kind of moments are very encouraging. Seeing people feel good makes me feel good. Yeah, so that's my answer, but I know it's not, I know that there's so many other answers to your question. Your question's very profound. I'm not sure I did it justice.
I think you did, just like you did your art justice. But you know, before even doing any question justice, I think you did yourself and your future self justice by taking a chance. There's something so beautiful about that, and I don't want us to kind of brush past it. There's a lot of young people, a lot of people right now that want to go and propose something and have a meeting with someone, but you know, that imposter syndrome stops them. I mean, you're talking about a phone call, a meeting to make something so momentous happen. We can't ignore that. We can't ignore that you literally lose 100% of the chances you don't take. You took one chance and won. I feel like that's so beautiful, and I don't want us to kind of brush past it. Like, can we actually just clock it for a moment?
Yeah,
like, damn, girl, brush your shoulders.
I hear you, and I love you, and I own this. And I'm going to say to anyone out there who's got something that they think they want to make happen, when I was in my 20s, I was afraid. And that imposter syndrome was like, oh, people won't listen to me, or I can't do it, the self-doubt. What I want to say to you today is come to Fisher, go to the beach and throw all that crap in the ocean and step forward into your future self and make what you want to have happen for yourself happen, because it sits with you, and empowering yourself is the best thing I could tell my younger self, actually.
Amazing stuff. Lauren, you've been an absolute pleasure. Thank you so much for your time today. All the best. And listen, if there's another meeting when I have, you must have it. You taught us today that you better pick up that phone. You better send that message to that person. You better call that person today, because on the other side of that is the yes you've been waiting for. So thank you so much for that. And I'm hoping, and all the best until the 5th. It's going to be fantastic. I believe so.
Yes. Great. Thank you so much.
Awesome. It is 2:28 Central African time. We had a lovely chat with Lauren Shantall, who's a visual artist at the Open Studios, Hoek, and Clovelly. And we're going to head to the sports with Musiburi and find out what's happening there. So rumor has it, I